is ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. Well, we kind of thought it was a matter of when, not if, that a team might relocate to a spot outside the United States. Canada seemed like the most logical choice, and now here we are in this great city, a city that's had success in the Canadian League, but now they have an NFL franchise of their very own to celebrate, and man, is it cool to see. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Another run now for Nwangu. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And near touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
At the 3-yard line.
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for his fullback. Incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Up the middle, Nwangu. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Oh, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
21-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st down and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Can't get away, and he's taken down. 3rd and 20. Now back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And
we've seen so far. I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
I can't believe what I watched.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now 3rd down and 7. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give is Nwangu. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space, A loss results there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. So left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now they'll audible to something else. Henry again on 2nd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready, set.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career of this rookie quarterback. His guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things. And they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's Nwangu, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dragons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Second and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This is taken at the 23. Breaks through the contact. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Go, Eagles, go!
A first down carry for Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
That's good. Let's go until first down. First and 10 at the
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. Across midfield. Able to slither by. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they'll shift things around. They keep it with Henry on first down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Off the option, here's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Snowhawks take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
The point after is good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the... The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. First play's a run with Nwangu. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run with Nwangu. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1.
At the 39-yard line.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On the run is Nwangu. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now it's Nwangu. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 42-yard attempt.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and the lead will hold at 10.
Looked like he might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
And now here is another interception. Through to Baker with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dragons are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And all in all, a pretty solid return. He only got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And now here's another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, here's DeWangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andrew Booth picks it off, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Snowhawks.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. 2nd and 11. And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down. And that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get this to Nwangu. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now. 19, Charger, 19. 60 Vikings, 60.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Back to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Ready. 18 rattle.
Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down, Tokyo.
He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Right there.
Henry is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Derrick Henry His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Snowhawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Snowhawks 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football on one of the... And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for two here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the